Welcome back to Limestone Record Production. Uh, I got a couple other subjects that I want to talk about. That I was showing detail, but I want people to influence and people to get the concept. I don't try to give them too much. I'm trying to save, but what I'm saying. God puts me on that vibe to where He wants me to speak and be clearly on certain things. You know what I mean? When I say that God followed the bloodline of Adam, I believe that God followed the bloodline of Adam to dictate all his prophets. This is what he's getting me to understand. All the prophets were dictated through Adam's spirit and bloodline, which means that because Eve's bloodline was tainted with lust, envy, greed, selfishness, destruction. You know what I'm saying? She was made imperfect, being that she wasn't given the breath of life, the spirit of God, and that's what made the woman lesser. That's why in the today most women nowadays claim independence, equality, but God, that's not the way that God intended the women to be. You know what I'm saying? This is why I get so influenced, and people are like, well, he's just a male sexist. No, I'm not a male sexist. I'm a follower of what God instructed us to do, and you just a evil, lustful, shameful, Eve, Lilith individual that what I'm saying, figure out, don't recognize the damages that a woman's voice, when it inflicts into power, can do. Look at today. You know what I mean? How many women believe they're independent? They don't need relationships. The key to life and the key to completion is a pair. You know what I mean? How many women, guys and women nowadays turn into gays, men on men and women on women? Well, a lot of people say, well, what that has to do with women? You know what I'm saying? We don't have the choice if they want free, be with another man or be with another woman. The influence of not the communion of pairship and the tradition of a woman being married and being inflicted and being promoted to a young stage and given on the comprehension of why this is so important is the reason why. But women today don't talk about that. Women today talk about, I don't need a man for nothing. I don't need, what I'm saying? I work. I got my own money. I got my own this. I'm an independent woman. You know what I'm saying? And I don't need from no nigga. When I need some dick, I just go buy me a dildo or do this. You know what I'm saying? Or use a man for when it's needed, and then that's it. And with that mind frame, it's evolved to millions of women. You know what I'm saying? When women's a lover of themselves, they all on the net twerking and looking. They think they're not conformable with themselves. They want to go. 70 to 60% of the women have some type of plastic surgery on them in today's time. You know what I mean? 99% of them. They're not satisfied. They're trying to impress themselves to society, that when at the end, after they put the titties, they get tired of that. They don't feel like that's enough. They go now to the ass, or they go to the lips, or they do this, or they do that. They dye their hair, they do, they're never satisfied. Just like, that's why God knew, and that's why God placed the woman under the man. You know what I mean? And didn't speak to the woman, because he knew he couldn't conform the woman. Even though Adam turned against God, God recognized that was the purpose of, really, to be honest, with what I was supposed to do, what I did. You know what I'm saying? That's why I feel like today, from so much time, God has built me to recognize, all right, you see, you're going to trade. Today I step to you again, where you're willing to put a woman before me. And hell no, then I push that bitch straight into hell, you know what I'm saying? That's how I feel, you know what I'm saying? Fuck you, bitch, you know what I'm saying? Like that, bitch, he knows that I'm fed up with this shit, you know what I'm saying? I'm fed up with these bitches, you know what I'm saying? I'm just ready to see them bitches burn in hell for all this shit that they think that they committed, you know what I'm saying? And we look at the time for women gained civil rights to today's time, you know what I'm saying? Back then, women was more compatible with a man that was married, you know what I'm saying, at a certain age, you know what I'm saying, that was taking communion and going into marriage, you know what I'm saying, holding their virtue, you know what I'm saying. Today, all these women going to the altar with their pussy pop, you know what I'm saying, under the eyes of God in white dresses when their ass has been railed already by like 100 motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying. So they have no value for God. They have no respect for God. You know what I'm saying? Because if they respected God, they know their place is not in a government. Their place is not an independent. You know what I'm saying? Being innocent, their place is not equal with man. You know what I'm saying? So, but they still exceed that because they don't give a damn what God says. They care about what they do. And men are so bitches that today in America, like Beyonce's song say, "Who rule the world, girls?" Who and it's like that, you know what I'm saying? A man, look, a woman just gotta slap herself in the face or just say, "Hey, he hit me," or "He raped me." You know what I'm saying? And that's it. They ain't asking you questions. They arresting you and they taking you in. That's the power that these these bitch ass, these fucking government and these bitch ass motherfucking men in today's world has given these women. You know what I'm saying? And I believe that that's what happens when you give a woman a voice. You know what I'm saying? When you give a woman a voice and you submit, and that happened from my beginning mistake when I went against God's word for the love of the woman. You know what I'm saying? Because I knew the devil, and the devil couldn't submit to me or come to me and tell me anything. I ain't had nothing to hear. I knew the real source. You know what I'm saying? But for the love of the pussy, you know what I'm saying? That the bitch made me eat the apple. You know, not even the apple. I know it ain't even the apple, but the bitch made me eat the fruit. You know what I'm saying? And I did it going against the concept of God, knowing that was the rule. You know what I'm saying? But I did it for love because I loved her. You know what I'm saying? And I fell in love not because I wanted anything else. It was because my whole mindset was the woman was my world. You know what I'm saying? And I placed her over God. So God took that, you know what I'm saying, and he weighed them two out. They said, well, this one is a better they both betrayed me, but which one betrayed me differently? Which one he weighed it out? Which one would be forgivable? See, her action, yeah, God eventually forgives her, will restore her and this and that but he recognized that that's the root of evil. You know what I'm saying? That was the root of evil right there. The woman. It wasn't really the fruit. It was the cause of the woman. And the good part was that Adam loved his woman, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes he's willing to stand out, you know what I'm saying? And he wasn't completely understanding and recognized the consequences that was going to create behind following his woman's step. You know, it was like he was innocent. You know what I'm saying? He was innocent to love, and God recognized that and took that with him, and he followed his bloodline. That's where all the prophets come from. That's where Moses, Abraham, Jesus, Mary, Jesus, that's how he was able to find which one, you know what I'm saying, which ones are made to be prophets. You know what I'm saying? By following Adam's bloodline. You know what I'm saying? So, with time, you know what I'm saying? With time, today, in today's time, we got this destruction, where, the only thing left in the United States is a woman president. And we almost seen that with Hillary. You know what I'm saying? We had that peak, you know what I'm saying? And God didn't want a woman president. But they're going to come at it again next time. You know what I'm saying? Maybe next time, you know what I'm saying, coming up, we'll have the first woman president. You know what I'm saying? And this is having a woman as a leader, leading men. That was never the intention of God. You know what I mean? Women are not to rule men. You know what I'm saying? And that's the fucked up concept when people are like, well, we move past that. Today's world, women are, you know what I'm saying, could do just as much as you. And with that fucking mind frame, bitch, you gonna walk your ass right into hell. You know what I'm saying? That's the same concept and the same ambitions that the devil proposed to Eve. You know what I'm saying? You could rule, we could rule over God, and we could rule over this. You could understand the knowledge you can, because it was more said to Eve than just, hey, it was a negotiation that the devil did with Eve that tricked him. You know what I'm saying? That tricked him. But you got to get Adam to eat. You know what I'm saying? And that was the it was the evil for today's day. You know what I'm saying? Today's time, this is what we have. We got transsexuals. You know what I'm saying? Want to be women. You know what I'm saying? We got women want to be men. You know what I'm saying? We got women want to lead men. You know what I'm saying? And that's not women want to preach. They want to do everything that the Bible tells us. So if you know that these things are not right, what makes you, you know what I'm saying? I watched a guy out there protesting about a woman preaching, and people still going to the church. I mean, to be, yeah, maybe the guy they don't like, but I mean, you gotta have common sense, you know what I'm saying? God said, look, you gotta be wise, you know what I'm saying? The wise will know what's right and what's wrong, you know what I'm saying? And if you know this church is doing something against the laws, you know what I'm saying? What makes you think that what they're telling you is gonna get you to where you need to go? You know what I'm saying? You following that same person into the lake of fire. You know what I'm saying? That same church is taking you straight into hell. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't want to accept the fact, and they want to build their own ways and do their own things the way the devil proposed to Eve. You know what I'm saying? They wanted to do their own thing. You know what I'm saying? They wanted to go against God and do whatever, their own thing. You know what I'm saying? God, see, Adam didn't want to do his own thing. Adam, the only thing that he wanted was to love and to make his woman happy. You know what I'm saying? He was satisfied. He didn't have nothing. He didn't have to do none of his own thing because God gave him everything. You know what I'm saying? But the only thing that could have destroyed Adam was the love that he had for the woman. You know what I'm saying? To satisfy a woman. How many men today do whatever the fuck their woman tell them to satisfy them? You know what I'm saying? Them bitches never satisfied. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, bitch. Well, I never been in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? My agent, I ain't need to explain, but I ain't never been in a relationship. And I'll be damned if I get into a relationship, bitch gonna tell me what the fuck to do. Bitch, you better get your motherfucking mind right. I'll replace you real quick. I don't give a fuck who you is. You know what I'm saying? Get your motherfucking mind right. That's why I serve God, bitch. I serve God and the Father, and bitch, ain't no such thing as you coming between that, bitch. You could pack. I'll be throwing that shit out faster than fast, bitch. I'll throw that bitch out the car. You know what I'm saying? I'm serious about that shit. You know what I mean? And that's the that's the concept, that's the mindset that today, you know what I'm saying, I built in, and the way I looked at it, and the spirit in me watching, I'm learning a little bit because I've always been curious about my grandma. My grandma's mother was a Jehovah's Witness, so I've had the religion around me. My mom has always been with the Jesus story since I was real little, so I've always known a little bit since my grandfather shot himself in the head. I always had the concept of God, you know what I mean? And then I also always had the concept of women, you know what I mean? I love women, I like fucking women, but a woman can't tell me what the fuck, you know what I mean? And sometimes, you fall in love. I've been in love and I've done my shows and thinking I'm in love. But then again, you know what I'm saying? When I shake back and after what time, I'll be like, man, fuck all that shit. I just felt like maybe that's what I needed, you know what I'm saying, to help me get out of my struggles. When in reality, you know what I'm saying, it's not like that, you know what I'm saying? I don't need a woman, you know what I'm saying? Right now, I got to build this table, you know what I'm saying? I need to build a couple women. You know what I mean? I need 12 women. You know what I mean? But I'm going to start out with 6 because I feel like having 12 at one time, man, that's a big headache. You know what I'm saying? So I can probably handle 6 for now. And then after success, I get the other 6, to complete what God needs me to do. But, I believe I can manage them. You know what I'm saying? I believe I can manage them because I'm going to handle them like a military. You know, I'm going to put rules on them, military, you know what I'm saying? I ain't got time to be fucking with you, you know what I'm saying? I got to be time to be breaking my head with you, you know what I'm saying? Especially with, broke, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can tell sometimes you get lonely, broke, and you're like, damn, I need but with money, come on, man. With money, man, before you open the door, you're already packed up, leaving out the door. You know what I mean? So, and your new one pulling up, you know what I mean? And your replacement's pulling up, you know what I mean? So, it's that concept, and we gotta look at today as men, you know what I'm saying, and how far we're gonna let these women keep going. You know what I mean? How far we're gonna tell them, hey, look, this is your boundary. You know what I'm saying? This is where you gotta stop. You know what I'm saying? This is where we gotta put y'all in place, because today we look at it today. All the women, all they wanna do. You go on YouTube, they're all doing the same, putting on bikinis. They all want bikinis. So I got and look at the views. They're within the millions. You know what I'm saying? So that shows the concept of leadership. And why God blocked out the vision of seeing each other. And we wasn't blind, because we eventually seen, but He blocked out the vision of lust, of recognizing in a man's sexual arousal way much more stronger than a woman's. You know what I mean? So, a good looking dude probably don't get to the corner. You know what I'm saying? But a good looking girl, she got it made in today's world. You know what I'm saying? And she knows how to play her cards right, and you know what I mean? She got the easy way out. You know what I'm saying? A good looking dude, they don't mean shit. You know what I'm saying? That ain't gonna help you out to the corner. You know what I'm saying? You could be an ugly motherfucker with money. You got way more advantages. You got way more advantages than any pretty woman, than any good looking man in this world. You have the baddest bitches, anything. You can be ugly, but the center of our asshole. You know what I'm saying? And you have the baddest bitch. You know what I'm saying? But a bitch, she looks good. She can accomplish any man she want. You know what I'm saying? She can accomplish anyone. She can hustle. You know what I'm saying? She could use her body. You know what I'm saying? So it's it's a whole different ball game. You know what I mean? And that's why the vision of lust was blocked out of our eyes, and we wasn't being able. And that's why the concept of having a woman ruling a man is a big no-no. You know what I'm saying? It's hell no. You know what I'm saying? We let these women outspoke their asses so far, and look at today's world. You know what I'm saying? Look at today's world. What kind of fucking mother example do we have? 70 to 60%, 70 to 60% divorce rates, abortions, uh, diseases. You know what I'm saying? It's off the chart. You know what I'm saying? So, and this is why, ever since the man gave the woman the pair of pants. You know what I'm saying? When the man decided to say, look, let's let these bitches fucking rule. You know what I'm saying? And they got soft up, and the woman was into them, the powerful man's ear. Well, we need to make a change, because this is not, you know what I mean? And they nagged their fucking ass off. And a man being a bitch to satisfy his fucking woman, like Adam to satisfy Eve, take that fucking bite of that fucking fruit. And today, this is the bullshit we got. You know what I'm saying? When we took that bite and gave them bitches that silver right. You know what I'm saying? When you gave them bitches the silver right, now we got a big fucking problem. You know what I'm saying? Now these bitches are outspoken. Now these bitches are out there marching. Now these bitches want to walk around showing their ass, and they don't even want you to look at them, because that's a sexual offense. Or even tell them, bitch, you out here with your ass. Bitch, I'll slap that ass, and boy, I'll take rulership. I'll slap that ass, and I'll throw you into a lake of fire. You know what I'm saying? I'll flip it and put your fucking clothes on, you fucking whore. You know what I'm saying? And out here provoking, talking about a man can't. Bitch, I'll slap your fucking ass, and I'll drive your ass into a fucking brick wall. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel. You know what I mean? Anger rises me like, you fucking demons walking around this bitch talking all this shit, and now y'all to the limit where, you know what I'm saying, you don't even want a man, or, you know what I'm saying, bitch, you out there, that's what you want, ho. You know what I'm saying? Why you dressed like that? You know what I'm saying? I don't see you wrapped up like the Muslim bitches. You know what I'm saying? And then I see what this nigga here is just a disrespectful motherfucker, because she ain't even provoking. And the Muslim bitches, you know what I mean? But now, bitch, you out here with a motherfucking shorts and your ass cheek hanging out and your titties popping out your shirt. And you know what I'm saying? You out here thinking the nigga out there barking at you and you getting mad about that? Talking about rape culture and all that, like the Amber Rose, you fucking stripper fucking slut. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck you gotta talk about rape culture? You fucking shit your fuck ass and go fucking put some clothes on and go worship fucking God in the corner, bitch, and get it right with God, bitch, before you end up in hell talking about rape culture, bitch. You better recognize the man rules over Genesis 1:2, I think it is. The man shall rule over his woman. That's fact, bitch. And I feel like him, and that's why I'm dying to get in front of the fact, bitch. I put that on scripture on you. You see, bitch, you know how to read, ho? You know how to put this in your next album, bitch? You know what I mean? The man shall rule over the woman, and that's said by God. What you gonna say? God is wrong? You gonna tell to redirect God, bitch? You know what I'm saying? I wanna have the authority like Hitler, if I could shoot her and fucking blow her fucking head something. She tells me, all right, then go ask him, pow, and bust her ass open. You know what I mean? I'll tell you, boy. You know what I'm saying? I even had visions. I think I even might have been Hitler. You know what I mean? Fuck around with me, bitch. You know what I mean? Talking that bullshit with me. You know what I mean? I reformed Hitler around this bitch. You know what I mean? Fucking around with me. That bullshit. Get your ass and put your fucking clothes on. You know what I mean? Respect yourself in front of the authority of God. You know, these are holy times, and this is coming to a holy end, bitch. You better have fucking respect. Cause you bringing these little young sluts, you know what I'm saying? 12, 13, 14 little young whores. Look at that little Danielle, little Coleman with a little bikini with her ass and her pussy hanging out. You don't tell me, man, that little young. Come on, man. Motherfucker innocent shit. She going straight to hell, that little bitch dies. Any of them little young whores, you know what I'm saying? You don't have no pity for their asses. Innocent is from 12 on when they don't pass puberty. That's innocent. Once they pass that puberty stage, they don't consider young adults. You know what I'm saying? They're held accountable by God on any action that they commit. You know what I'm saying? From then on, they ain't no longer young. They can make a life and they can bring a family. I don't want to hear that shit. She's a little girl. They got them with that mindset over here in America. Oh, they're thinking they little girls, and they, you know, man, they don't know. You're not no little girl, bitch. You accountable and under God's eyes. You know what I'm saying? You respect yourself as a young woman. You know what I'm saying? Because you're ready to bring life forward. You know what I'm saying? And respect the authority and what God has in store for you. You know what I'm saying? It's not education, and then it's not that. It's learn your scripture and save your soul. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing you're here for. You're not here to get educated. You're not here to build a generation. You're not here for none of that shit. If they tell you that in society, they're programming you for failure. You know what I'm saying? You're not here to be a bad bitch. You're not here to be a baller. You're here to get right with God. You know what I'm saying? And that's the only fucking thing should be on your mind 24/7. Yeah, educate yourself and better yourself for the better things. But before you do all that, make sure you open that book every morning before you go to sleep and learn something. What's the next day thing that I got to do for God? You know what I'm saying? Because today I could step out there into the thing and a crazy motherfucker could come drunk and run over me. So today I could wake up and I could have cancer and I could die. You know what I'm saying? Or today, you know what I'm saying, I could choke on eat a piece of food and choke on it and die. You know what I'm saying? So it's millions of ways you could die. You know what I'm saying? Look at the million ways of dying. That show that people die from the most stupidest things. You know what I'm saying? Fall and die. You know what I'm saying? You could trip over a corner but hit your head on the corner of the stone and die. You know what I'm saying? So we're not here like a lot of these parents and teach their kids when they're young to enjoy life. You're young, you enjoy your life. No. You know what I'm saying? That's the concept of these fucking parenting in these individuals today in society, and print this in these generations' head, and they're believing that because the love of God has faded out of their asses, so they don't see no necessity to inflict that structure into their kids. So they influence them with education, condoms, and you know what I'm saying, enjoy your youth, you know what I'm saying, because you only got it once, because they're old and they fucked up and they didn't do nothing with their lives, and you know what I'm saying, they're bitter and shitless, and they don't give a fuck about God, they don't give a fuck about anything. So they figured if I could get my kid to do something, you know, that could be my influence and my inspiration for tomorrow, you know what I'm saying, he can accomplish what I didn't accomplish. So, you know, you're not here to enjoy life. You know what I'm saying? That's number one. I don't got kids, but the day that I have kids, I'm going to sit them down there like a little military. Today, y'all first lesson is y'all not here to enjoy life. You know what I'm saying? Y'all here to respect life. You know what I'm saying? And like that, train them, you know what I'm saying, at a young mindset when they're innocent. So when they get into that puberty level, they recognize, okay, you know what I'm saying? You're a woman. You know what I'm saying? And these laws need to be changed. If she inflicts, if the law is you can't mess with a girl under 18, you know what I'm saying? Cool. You want to say scientifically what? She ain't. You eventually somewhere along the line they feel like the one that's doing the damage is the older one. You know what I'm saying? But I don't see. Honestly, me and God don't see. You know what I'm saying? That's a bullshit fucking law. You know what I'm saying? Because a girl that's 12 to 13 to 14 to 15 to 16 years old, she has common sense. You know what I'm saying? And the little young bitch wants to go lay in the bed with a guy 18 or 20, a little 30, and her little pussy's hot. You know what I'm saying? And she wants to suck the dick and she wants to give her little pussy up. Well, then that's her choice. You know what I'm saying? That's what she wants. She wants to lay in the bed with a 60 or 80-year-old. You know what I'm saying? Or they say, well, the older guy, he's a pervert, he's a predator. No, but the big young bitch too is a sex and a pervert and a predator. You know what I'm saying? So, okay, the law is to the 18, well, then there's a law too need to be made. If she messes and inflicts with an older individual, she can be charged too. You know what I'm saying? So let's play the law how it needs to be played, because you're giving these little bitches and you're building in their mindsets, oh, we young, you know what I'm saying? They feel they could get away with everything because the law's on their favor. You know what I'm saying? And they don't want to control their parents, and the parents are, oh, my daughter, you know what I'm saying? He's an adult, you know what I'm saying? When you know a lot of them fucking kids, them young fucking little boys, actually fucking 16 or 15 year olds got a bigger dick than any 30 or 40 or 50 or 60 or 70-year-old. So when it comes down to the imprint and the damage, what's the damage? Pull your, give me a row of 15, 16, 12, 13, pull your fucking pants down and let's see how big your dick now. Get me and get everybody, and let's measure the dick size. Where's the damage? Because these niggas got bigger dicks than me. You know what I'm saying? Where's the damage? You know what I'm saying? I'm mentally damaged. Well, she's mentally fucking up the older person too, because she's afflicted and she's being a little hoe, and she got a body for it. That DL Coleman, that other little bitch, they got a little hoe with a fat pussy and this and this and that. You gonna tell me there's a little girl? You know what I mean? These women and men are gonna sit there and say, oh, he's, you know what I mean? Motherfucker, that bitch lays in the bed with you. You can get away with it. The law's changing. You bust that pussy up. I don't want to hear it. With you hot in your head, just like you, ho. That little young boy with that big dick lays in the bed with you, bitch. You'll bust that fucking, you'll suck that dick up. You know what I'm saying? So, what we talking about? You know what I mean? What we talking about? This is the concept of lust. You know what I'm saying? This is the fucked up ways of, that's why 18 is set on the mark of the beast. You split 18 into 3 ways, it gives you 3 sixes. The law is consent. You know what I'm saying? And this fucked up ass United States. You know what I'm saying? These are British and the English fucking traitors. What I call Americans are English fucking traitors. You know what I'm saying? They got nothing Trump has nothing to talk about Colin Kaepernick. That national anthem shows them, can remind them of the traitors that they are, of the American traitors that they are to the English monarchy. And I can ask you today, like I'll step to any president of the United States, do y'all pay taxes to England? No, we're an independent country, right? We don't pass taxes to England. So why y'all don't pass taxes to England if y'all languages come from England? You know, and y'all structure started through England. Oh, because we betrayed England. You know what I'm saying? We went against England. So we traitors. We are American traitors. And that's the only thing that they got to say. the facts is the facts. If you know your history, you know, and the history is the power of the future. You know, then the power too of of any political campaign. If you know history, you know the good how history formed itself to future presidents. You gotta, you know what I'm saying. You can wheel and deal and speak to high motherfuckers and be like, look, you know, so let's not be stupid. Let's not act like America was all free or free for a certain color. But America was only like that to the 70s and to the 60s and the 80s. And that's not too long ago. That's not even 50 or 60 years ago. You know what I'm saying? And we still deal with the racist individual. But, you know what I'm saying? It's never going to change. Racism is never going to change. It no matter if you put black president, we've seen that it ain't changed. It's not going to change because, and it's not just a white person that's racist. It's every person that's racist. It's a distinguishing between us, you know what I'm saying, in different color frames. So I don't want to hear that shit that Trump is racist and none of that shit. I don't care about that shit. I care about what's the function of what God wants me to present. You know what I'm saying? What God anoints every individual, you know what I'm saying, to be the president. He's the one that chose Trump for that, and he's the one that's, I don't want to hear about Hillary's bullshit. Hillary done a lot of fucking shit and did her fucking, all that shit, that crime that she committed. Nobody says nothing. Nobody impeached her. Nobody said nothing, you know what I'm saying? Bush we went into find Bin Laden and we turned against Saddam Hussein. Now, where the fuck that happened? You know what I'm saying? So, where was the impeachment there? Because they were looking for mass destructive weapon. That was a bullshit. You know what I'm saying? That was just to get Saddam Hussein and take him out of power. You know what I'm saying? It was all a political scam. So it's bullshit. Why Bush didn't get impeached for that? You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to hear that shit. What was going on? America got its own, a lot of fucking dirty fucking underwear to sit there and try to pull fucking some shit on Trump, on whatever the fuck Trump trying to do. You know what I'm saying? We're going back into your fucking history, you know what I'm saying? How many fucking presidents did y'all run through before y'all decided to say, all right, we're not going to use the fucking black people no more? You know what I'm saying? We're not going to keep killing them. We're not going to keep being terrorists no more. You know that after you wiped out all the fucking Indians, and then you talking about Mexican, don't see this is the fucked up part in the concept that these motherfuckers think they speak to the full, because the Mexicans ain't Mexican. The Mexicans are Indians. They were just colonized by the Spanish. That's why you got to know history. You know what I'm saying? So in reality, when it comes down to speak, they in their land. You know what I'm saying? This is native land. They're native Indians. You know what I'm saying? They're not Mexicans. They're native Indians. They would just colonize and change a different language, but they tell them Spanish and they tell them Mexicans to make them forget about what they really are. You know what I'm saying? So they're not fucking Mexicans. They're native Indians. Then it was colonized by the Spaniards and taught a different language. Now, that's the facts. You know what I'm saying? So, it's a lot of political bullshit. You know what I'm saying? It's all about political. I'm the cancer in the fucking government. You know what I'm saying? I'm the one that, bitch, let's not. Don't put the lion up. Don't put the nigga that says he sees it. Don't put the nigga that nigga, he's a mental, and say he's mental. You know what I'm saying? It's better to let people think he's crazy than let people believe in what he's saying and let people follow him. And then we got a big problem if the world decides to follow him. If the country decides to follow him. I don't want nobody to follow me. That's what they think. I don't want nobody. I'm like Superman. I don't carry sidekicks. Follow them, but I'm going to flip and tell them, look, motherfuckers, let's not be stupid. You know what I mean? But look, you see me? I got a white skin too. I'm a white boy too, just with a different language. I'm better than you. I speak 2 languages. You know what I'm saying? My nipples are pink. My dick head is pink. You know what I'm saying? I get a blonde haired white girl, I breed white. You know what I'm saying? I breed that blonde hair, blue eye. So, what we talking about? So, far wise than that, the concept of woman getting civil rights, it was like the same concept of God placing Adam and Eve in the tree. You know what I mean? The woman got the man to bite that apple again. That's fruit. I keep saying apple, and that's a lie. It's never an apple. But I'll get to that another time. That concept, the woman got, and she got so right. Today, the woman wants to move forward. So tomorrow, you know what I mean? We're gonna see. We might see the first woman president in here, but we're running out of time because, like I said, if I'm right into what I am, this is the last rodeo for Adam, and this was the completion of the Jew star. So it means if I've been here 7,777 times, you know what I'm saying? This is it. I completed the David star, which is the 6 points, and that makes perfect sense. 7, 7, bam, 7, 7, bam. You put that like that, it creates the Jew star. Understand? So it means this is it. You know what I'm saying? And it makes the reason why I can believe it because I'm not this smart. You know what I mean? I mean, I'm smart, but I'm not this smart. You know, and the Spirit is what created this, and the belief and talking to God is what gives me this understanding to where it makes sense. You know what I'm saying? If I could have been the one that fucked up at the beginning, then I could be the one at the end to try to fix it before it's done. You know what I'm saying? And then the times that He relaxed me to today's time, it fits in perfect. You know what I'm saying? It fits in perfect. The stars fit in perfect. It builds the star. You know, and that's what He taught me. You know, I didn't learn this on my own. You know what I mean? God showed me. You know, now, if you want to believe me, that's on you. I don't ask you to believe me. I don't ask you to follow me. Now, this is what it is, though. You know, when you put the math and you be like, damn, you know, nigga, it can make pretty much sense. You know what I'm saying? It's starting to add up, like, you know, it's looking like it could be possible. You know what I mean? It could be possible, you know, and knowing the top secret shit that they got in Rome and in the Catholic Church, you know what I'm saying, and the hit shit that they got in there, you know what I'm saying? They know a little bit more than us. You know what I'm saying? So they're a little bit more curious than us. You know what I'm saying? So all I know that third temple need to be up. You know what I mean? And I need to get my invitation. You know what I mean? For that third temple. For what? For I could spit, piss, and shit on it. And anybody that believes in the Father, in the Son, will do the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Don't get influenced by that Trump fucking shit, that Trump coin, and believe that, oh, this is something. You go in that motherfucker, you know, remember what's going to happen to you. You've been warned. You know what I'm saying? You go in that motherfucker playing tribute to God and that bitch. Alright, you got something for your ass when the motherfucking the Antichrist pops up on your ass. They got something for your motherfucking ass. You know what I mean? So if I get the ability, I'm gonna go and piss, shit, and spit on that bitch. You know what I mean? Give them the 3 6s. You know what I mean? Now, fucking right. I ain't like I told Alex Jones. You know what I mean? Hey, look, motherfucker. You know what I mean? You focusing too much. You can't beat the New World Order. You know what I mean? And we ain't here to stop the New World Order. We here to, because the reason why I say the faster this shit happens, the quicker this shit gets over with. Sick of it. You know what I mean? Done with it. Get rid of all these motherfuckers. Even if I fall in that same crowd. Well, punish me, Lord. I deserve it. Only you know if I deserve it or I don't. You know, I'm gonna eliminate. You know, give the ones that deserve it the peace that they need. You know what I'm saying? Let's eliminate all these demons that rule the land. You know what I'm saying? And destroying the power of your love. Let's finish it. You know what I mean? I started it. Let's finish it. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to figure this out. I'm trying to build this table. You know what I mean? I tried to avoid it the first time that I was doing good and I'm coming up. You know what I mean? And I just went straight down. So, you know, I got to focus on this shit and I got to deal and wear these fucking bitches. You know what I'm saying? It's not that I want to. Because if it was up to me, I'll fucking become rich and fuck bitches left to right and stay single. And when I want to have kids, I'll pay the money to have my own kids. You know what I'm saying? And I don't have to deal with the woman. You know what I'm saying? I won't have to deal with her. I know her mama died. And that's it. You know, Well, tell them I made them. You know what I'm saying? I don't even got to lie to them. I made you. I paid for you, homie. You know what I'm saying? I ain't want to deal with a woman. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather be single. And when I want to go fuck a bitch, I go fuck me a bitch. Send her on her way home. You know what I mean? Like that. I've been doing it for so long. It ain't no hurt to me. It's a common thing. But evidently God don't want that. So it ain't to please myself. I'm here to please God. God wants me to build this table. God wants me to do this. And it has its purpose. You know what I'm saying? I know what I got to do. After it's done, after the success comes, what's the next step behind it? So, with that being said, you know what I'm saying? We now recognize that all the prophets came from the bloodline of God came following the bloodline of Adam. And women need to recognize their place is not equal with men. You know what I'm saying? It's not. Get that out your mind. If you believe in God and you love God and you want eternal life, recognize your place is not equal with men. It's written in Scripture. Men shall rule over their woman. With that being said, rule, that means what it means. Men rule over the woman. That don't mean equality. That means he rules. Now, I don't agree on a man should abuse and mistreat his woman. But he shall set rules on her, and he shall rule on her. You know what I'm saying? And put her in place when she's out of place. That's what this district, if a king is ruling the land and you go against the king's order, then you get punished. If a president is ruling the country and you go against the presidential law, then you get charged. You go to jail. The same thing when a man rules over a woman. And that's what we got to bring back to these women's faces. And that's why I want to step into my sex class, you know what I'm saying, telling you, because they feed you with all that bullshit that I don't even want, you know what I mean? I just shut my mouth because I don't even want to hear that bitch. You know what I mean? I don't want to hear that shit. You know what I mean? That ain't what Scripture telling me. And who the fuck you think that you are, that you and your classes is better than God? So, you don't believe in that? Well, I don't believe in what you believe in. You know what I'm saying? We'll see at the end who's really right. You know what I'm saying? But at the end, I'm the fucked up one. And if I say anything that goes against that, then I'm the one to get jammed up. So I just keep my mouth closed and let them fucking speak a fucking bullshit all day. You know what I'm saying? Just sit there and get through it. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like telling her, look, what Genesis here says, bring the Bible to it. What Genesis says, what God said, do you believe in God? What did God tell men right here? Women ain't equal. We should rule over you. So, get that out your mind. That's why we got all this fucked up and why we got all this ripping. Not these sex classes with y'all bitches out here out smoking. I feel like telling them. I know how they're going to, you know what I'm saying? Not with you bitches out here talking and teaching. But I just keep myself closed. That was what you told me. Philosophy. This ain't no fucking philosophy. This is prophecy. You know what I'm saying? Fuck a philosophy. This ain't nothing with philosophy. Got a shit to do with philosophy. This is a prophecy given by God. You should pay more attention to it and shut your fucking sex class bullshit book. The way that I seen, the fast way you cut it, you give a fuck about God. You know what I mean? That's what I read. Stay tuned in.